After a big day at Sha Tin on the weekend, we're at Happy Valley on Wednesday nights. Next week, there's no Happy Valley, actually, so make the most of it. It'll be a couple of weeks before we're back there again for a 9-race programme. We'll be delving deeply into two of those races very shortly. I'm Andrew Lejeune. Please say I'm joined by our form analyst, Paul Alley, and race caller Mark McNamara as well. And Mark, we've got a strong lineup at Happy Valley Wednesday.
We do indeed, and those races that we're covering shortly, Andrew, outside of them, we've got the new 1,000 metre track record holder at Sha Tin, Valiant Dream, coming to the Valley for just his third time, and the horse that ran second to him, Lucky Moore, makes his Happy Valley debut. So it's a very strong last race too.
It certainly is. Paul, we had a monster jackpot in the Triple Trio on the weekend. Not quite that big on Wednesday, but there is one all the same.
There is 2.3 million, so getting into a pool of 6 million plus. So look, if you got close on Sunday, then you can reinvest and try and get the pool here. It's still a decent amount to win, and there's some good races. And yeah, that last race is a cracker.
It certainly is, yes. So we'll be looking at races 5 and 8, the two races at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Both over the 1,000 metres, a Class 3 and a Class 2. This is meeting number 79 of the 88. We're well and truly on the countdown now. So the 5th and the 8th. We start off with a Class 5 distance event over the 2,200 metres, then some Class 4 action, then really strong finish to the programme, 1,650, 1,000 and the 1,200 metres. Very even race to finish with, but the 5th and the 8th is where we'll be looking. In a moment, we're going to start off, though, with news from the licensing committee about the jockeys who'll be riding here in Hong Kong next season. The first page of the jockeys that have a full season licence, and you'll find all the details and the press releases regarding this at hkjc.com as well. Next page, one new name on here, and that is the name of Luke Ferraris. There's a part season licence for the jockeys listed below from basically the start of the season through to February. But Luke Ferraris, who's been going fantastically well in South Africa this season, switching, of course, his father David trains here in Hong Kong as well. We'll hear from David very shortly. And the freelance, the local jockeys, full complement there as well. Right. Before we get Mark and Paul's thoughts on Luke Ferraris primarily, let's hear from his dad, David, as he'll be welcoming his son back to Hong Kong during the summer.
There's a new Ferraris in town released yesterday. Luke's arriving in Hong Kong. Who was more excited, you or him?
Oh, we were over the moon, but you know, he was equally excited. It's always what he's wanted to do, and he certainly earned it. I think he's got to be the youngest expat jockey I can think of that's been given a license in Hong Kong at the age of 19. He's done extremely well back home, and the trainers support him. You know, he's been riding some real big horses at home, and I think they're going to miss him quite dearly.
What are some of his main achievements back in South Africa?
Well, Michael de Kock's had him on that champion of his Malmoose, and he's won the Triple Crown. And the other big one was Rainbow Bridge, winning the Metropolitan Handicap. He rides that on the weekend, I think, as well. So he'll be riding Rainbow Bridge in the Group 1 July, first week of July, and then he'll go into quarantine. It'll be quite a long quarantine for him.
Have you already booked him in to do all your track work for next season?
Yeah, I won't be running too many horses. I don't have a big string, but I'll be trying to keep as many as I can for him.
And how hard is it having your son ride for you in a racing, especially in a Hong Kong jurisdiction?
Well, it hasn't happened before, so we'll find out. But it's not going to be easy. He knows it's very difficult, but he's got a very cool hand on him, and we don't call him Cool Hand Luke for nothing.
There you go. He's got a nickname already, Paul, and he's had a great season. Big race winners in Grade 1 contests. We've been covering them here in Hong Kong as well, but as David pointing out there, there's no freebies here.
No, there's not at all. And look, that ride on Rainbow Bridge was fantastic. We did the simulcast and that. He came down the outside. He started his apprenticeship with his grandfather, Ormond, so he's the 3rd generation as well. And look, he's racing true and true. I think he left here when he was about 9, and he flats with Lyle Hewitson in Johannesburg, so I'm sure Lyle's been helping him out as well.
And Mark, you could really see the enthusiasm and you know, the pleasure that David's obviously going to get from having Luke back here.
Yeah, he was beaming, wasn't he? And rightly so. And father and son team in Hong Kong. And just looking at some of Luke's stats, he's got a very consistent strike rate across the 5 main tracks across South Africa. So that shows he's extremely versatile and extremely talented.
Well, there you go. Luke Ferraris will be riding here from September. Will be arriving through July to ride track route through August and get his feet well and truly under the table. Right, the first race we're going to look at then for Wednesday night is race number 5. This is a Class 3 contest over the 1,000 metres. Green Eon takes the drop-in class here. Gets a good draw as well. Barrier number 3 with Alexi Bedell in the saddle. Smoky Bear, first starter here. David Hall is new trainer. He was trained by Roger Child from the UK. Larson's been very consistent. Harmony Fire likewise. Heart Conquered was a fast finishing last time out behind a Dancing Fighter who broke the track record that time. Gentle Breeze, a multiple course and distance winner. Can't Stop the Feeling. Trader comes off the all-weather after a couple of disappointing runs. And Pegasus Glory, Victor Wong taking £5 off his back from barrier number 11. Right, let's look at the speed map first then for the 5th, the Deep Bay Handicap. We're saying good, Mark, in the early stages. Who are the horses that most likely to press forward?
We've got Trader and Smoky Bear, Andrew, going forward. He's had 5 starts in the UK. Has Smoky Bear, hasn't been here before. Heart Conquered, Paul, the 6 horse who's behind Smoky Bear on that speed map. It's the same spot he ended up in last time, but gee, he jumped fast from the gates.
He did, didn't he? Look, he's been getting back in some of his runs as well, but he jumped so well they went forward. So we'll see how he jumps from barrier 7. I wouldn't be surprised if he did sort of finish a little place back and Larson came into that spot where he is as well. Pegasus Glory is another one that's got a bit of pace.
Harmony Fire, no luck with the barrier draw this week too. He was able to get handy from barrier 1 last start, but he's shown ability, Paul. He comes up in grade, but barrier number 9 is going to make it tricky, even with Jerry's claim. Yeah,
look, he's going well at the moment, isn't he? But he's going to have to get a good ride here from Jerry as well, and the same with Like That. Gentle Breeze used to have pace in the early days, but just hasn't had any recently.
All right, OK, so we'll see. He was in that Dancing Fighter race last time out as well. Let's stick with Harmony and Fire, the last start winner, and hear from his jockey, Jerry Chow.
Jerry, your partner, Harmony Fire, again this week. He looked to do it very easily last time.
Yeah, last time he won very easy in Class 4, and he up to Class 3 now. It's a big challenge for him, but he show his potential every time, and every time he improved by the race, and I think he got a good chance with the lightweight. Yeah.
He drew barrier 1 last start, but outside of that race, he hasn't had too much luck with the barrier draws.
Oh yeah, he first time up the class, and he need to handle the outside draw, and I still need to discuss with my boss how to ride him. But yeah, I think it's a good challenge for him.
On yourself, congratulations. You've brought up 50 winners in Hong Kong in very fast time.
Thanks. Yeah, over 51 winner now. 19 minutes to go to finish my apprenticeship. Very excited and hope I can get more winner this season and keep going. Yeah.
You're sitting on 44 for the season. Is 50 the goal at least?
Hopefully, still have 10 more meeting, and hope I can get 5 or 6 more winner to reach to the 50 winner is my goal. Yeah.
You got off and running very fast on your first day in Hong Kong last season. Have you felt the pressure of riding in Hong Kong, or has it got slightly easier, that pressure, as time has gone on?
Yes, the beginning is a bit hard, and because I got 2 winners the first day, and after that, be quiet and feel the pressure. But this season start getting better, handling the pressure, and my boss helped me a lot, and the school helped me a lot, and make me feel more comfortable and confident.
He's riding very well as well, Jerry Chow. So closing in on his 50 for the season, but he's all up 50 already in the back pocket. Let's have a look, Mark, at Green Eon first up here. Taking the drop in class. He's been down in this grade a couple of times, and he's won as well.
He has indeed, and that was off a rating of 77. He's currently at £133 for the race, a rating of 79, Paul. A lot of racing over 1,200, outside of those 2 starts over 1,000 at Sha Tin, but he is a course and distance winner, proven, and this was a track record run at Sha Tin.
Yeah, so it was a really nice run from this horse, and he's coming back to his favourite course. And look, he should be a little bit of a price too, so I don't mind him on Wednesday night.
Okay, all right, so he's definitely in the mix. What about Larson, Heart Conquered, Can't Stop the Feeling, and Gentle Breeze, Paul?
Yeah, look, Larson's a very consistent horse, but he's not the biggest horse, and he has to carry these big weights. Look, he's dropped a pound, so he's going to carry 129. Barrier number 5, he's likely to start favourite. He's a very honest horse, and he'll hit the line strongly, no doubt.
I think he can win the race again. He draws slightly better this week. Zach sticks with him, and you know what you'll get. Dancing Fighter again, very fast time last time, and he was running on at the end.
Yeah, so I've seen 2 replays. They were both track records, so you'd think they should be quite reasonable form references. What about this horse, Mark? Smoky Bear, raced under the same name for Roger Charlton in the UK.
Haven't minded his trials. Now, he's just missed the top 4, but he wasn't too far off making in. This is Amazing Rocky, who jogged up in the trial and then went to Happy Valley last Wednesday night and won well. Thing he's unknown with, Paul, he's had 5 starts in the UK, raced well, winning 3 of them in 2 placings, but they've all been over 1,200. He debuts over 1,000 this week. Yeah,
he's 1125 pounds. He's had 4 trials. He had 2 trials and they gelded him, and now he's had another 2 trials after that as well. So, look, I just want to watch him this fresh up here, especially over the 1,000.
Yeah, not easy in a race like this, but he rattled off a hat-trick at Newbury Kempton on the all-weather and then Newmarket on his last start. So probably got some potential. That's David Hall and Matthew Poon with Smoky Bear. What are your thoughts here, though, Paul?
Yeah, look, I'm going to go with Green Eon. I'm going to take a chance with him. He's currently at 8.2, 3.5, so each way price for him. The poor Larson, the favourite, in there for second. Can't Stop the Feeling. I thought it was a strong win from him 2 starts ago, and he should get the best run in the race from his barrier draw. He's drawn barrier number 2. Harry Bentley's aboard him. And then Harmony Fire. Look, he's got no luck with the draw. That's the query. He'll need a bit of luck. But 1, 4, 10 and 5.
Going with the 4, Larson, he'll run you an honest race. If he doesn't win, he won't be too far away. Barrier 9 last time, barrier 5 this week. 2.5 lengths behind Dancing Fighter, as Andrew said, in track record time. With Paul on Green Eon, I think you'll go a pretty cheeky race here. He's carried big weight before to victory and has only had the 2 starts in this class for a win. Trader another chance. Now, he did have an excuse on the all-weather last start, made abnormal breathing noises in 5 Harmony Fire. This is harder, but Jerry's riding well and teaming up extremely well with his boss Douglas at the moment. 4-1, 11 and 5 in the 5th.
And at the time it's taken to do the selection, someone's had a big bet on Green Eon. He's into 5.1 and 1.9 place favourite as well. I'm with him, but I think Heart Conquered can run a big race as well. All right, next race we're going to have a look at is the race number 8 on the programme, 1,000-metre dash Class 2 contest, and we'll hear from Caris Teaton as well about the track record holder at Sha Tin in Valiant Dream. Racing from Hong Kong comes from Happy Valley on Wednesday night. It's a 9-race card. We're going to look at race number 8, though, now here. Class 2, 1,000-metre dash, headed by Grateful Heart, who won the Happy Valley Millions this year. Who gets the inside gate here? Explosive Witness should get back despite drawing barrier 4. Hong Kong win, first up since December with the blinkers going back on. Massive Pocket was a big winner 2 starts back. Valiant Dream set the track record at Sha Tin last time out over the 1,000 metres. We've got Lucky Moore, who was right behind Valiant Dream that day. Shining Ace, Harmony and Rich comes up in class. Flying Genius, a 4-time course and distance winner. And We the South, a 5-time course and distance winner. He'll jump from barrier number 8. And this is the 8th race of the programme as well. There seems to be quite a bit of speed engaged in this one, Mike. We're saying good in the early stages, but there might be a couple of horses vying for that front spot.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised if it's on the faster side of good. Andrew Multimillion goes forward. We know We the South likes to run forward too, Paul. And even though he's up in grade, Harmony and Rich has shown plenty of early speed in recent starts.
Yeah, exactly. He'll need a bit of luck out from his wide draw, but he has drawn wide before and run pretty well. Lucky Moore, look, he should get a nice enough run. Grateful Heart as well. Explosive Witness, now, his best runs is when he's got really well back, so I just wonder if they'll try and sort of take him back. Massive Pocket, another one, he should be at the back as well, but we know he's got a fast finish on him as well, so the faster the better for these back runners anyway.
Massive Pocket, very slow out 2 starts ago over this course and distance, and was still good enough to go on and score convincingly, Andrew.
All right, well, let's start off here with Valiant Dream. Switching from Sha Tin to Happy Valley, let's get the thoughts of Caris Teaton.
Caris, you ride Valiant Dream again. Have you ridden many more honest horses than him?
Yeah, God, he's just a horse that likes to go out and runs, and especially now lately, the age is getting to him, but it doesn't matter. He's actually finding his form towards the end of the season. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with him.
You broke a Thero's track record last time down the straight at Sha Tin. Did you feel you were going that fast?
Yeah, you know, I think that day we we had a tailwind behind us too, and I think that's what helped him. We were going pretty fast, and like I said, it felt fast. Like I said, with a tailwind, you can feel it. And I must say, all credit to the horse too. He really picked up. When I picked him up, he really responded very well.
He's lightly raced around Happy Valley. Have you got any concerns on the turning track?
He has changed into, he's developing into a better horse now. That's the only concern, going back to the valley, and his form hasn't been strong there. He's got an awkward draw to deal with, so we need a bit of luck from the draw, and if luck on his side, he's in top form. He
seems to be a horse that you and him make your own luck. 3 rides for 2 wins in a second. You can't do much better than that. Yeah, well,
like I said, I've done well on him this season, and put on him a bit of work, and like I say, he's a happy horse at the moment. If we can get a good run from the draw, I think he'll be very competitive.
Back to last Sunday, Diamond Brilliant upstaging a couple of nice ones in Winner Method and Drops of God. Lovely late birthday present for you. Yeah, it was good actually. He surprised me. I knew I had John my outside, and he will have to do a bit much. And I thought with the weight I could get to Zach. And when I got neck to him, I thought, well, I think the weight is in my advantage. And it's been very competitive in Hong Kong, and it's nice to be able to pick up 1 or 2 rides like that. Can he go on with it now up in grade with bigger weights? Well, normally when they win like that, they sort of get their confidence up, and you could see on Sunday he got his head in front and he was happy to be there. So when they got their confidence up, they can improve. So I'll be happy to see him improve.
A nice win, definitely was, beating Winner Method and Drops of God. Only his second start, so we'll give him another chance. But what of him, Paul? Valiant Dream. Draw doesn't look ideal, does it?
No, look, I like the horse a lot, and I did like him down that straight 1,000 last time, but I don't like him here. I mean, he's failed twice at Happy Valley. He's drawn barrier 11. There's a lot of speed underneath him. I just think he's going to get a torrid run.
Got him in. He's just too honest, and Paul's right. He doesn't race well around Happy Valley. He hasn't twice. He's only been around there a couple of times, so he's in.
All right, here's Massive Pocket. There's a few other horses in this race as well. We're just highlighting Massive Pocket. A little bit slow out of the gates, but Explosive Witness right back there as well, Mark.
He does race well over the 1,000 metres here, though, Andrew. And with the anticipated speed in the race, Paul, with horses like We, the South, Multi-Million and Harmony and Rich all going forward, he's going to get the race run to suit, and he'll be charging home at the end. He's in my top 4.
Yeah, the only thing with him is he doesn't put 2 together. I mean, when he did win this race, he came out and he failed next time at Sha Tin. Now, coming back to Happy Valley, he's only a little horse as well. I just wonder if he could put 2 together. That was a little query I had.
Yeah, Grateful Heart weakened out. He was favourite for that race that day, Grateful Heart, but weakened out of it late, featuring in the Vets report with blood in his trachea. Harmony and Rich, Paul, what of his chances?
Well, another one that's drawn wide, isn't he? He's drawn barrier number 9. Now, he's overcome widest draws in the past and had some very hard runs, this horse. I just think this is a lot stronger than what he has been racing against, and I just think he's going to find this a little bit tricky from his barrier 9.
If he had drawn a better draw, Harmony and Richard, maybe consider him for a top 4 spot. Not sure from out there with the work that he's going to have to do, even with that pace that he's got. We, the South, is going to kick up for sure. Flying Genius doesn't mind showing some early pace either. Here he is outside Super Axiom coming up to the home turn. He's honest enough. He's certainly improved. He's done a very good job winning 2 of his last 3. Down in weight, carries 13 pounds less than this win over Larson, but just barrier number 9, first time in Class 2, is going to make it very, very tricky for him.
Yeah, the one positive, more than one positive, but the man in the saddle, Matthew Chadwick, he's ridden him twice. He's won on him both times. He certainly gets on with the horse very well. So that's Harmony and Rich. The other horse we can have a look at here is Grateful Hearts, Mark. Now, we obviously saw him weakening out of that last replay we're looking at. Up at Chung Fa, very easy trial, but he looks on good terms.
He does indeed, and there had to be a reason why he weakened out in that previous start at Happy Valley. Had the blood in the trachea, a beaten 2.6 favourite. He's a lot better than that. You're going to have to take him on trust internally, Paul, but he's been freshened up in China, and he's just too smart a horse to be leaving out of this field.
Yeah, I tend to agree. And from barrier number 1, he's going to get a perfect run just in behind this pace as well, Grateful Heart. So, look, I've definitely included him. I think he's really enjoyed his time up there at this spelling track up at Chung Fa.
OK, so he's definitely in the calculations. But we look at the market, Paul, this is wide open. Where do you go?
Yeah, so I've got my each-way play in this because I think you want an each-way a bet around these ones. I'm going to go with Multi-Million. Now, he's got a lot of speed, a lot of really early speed. He's drawn low as well, so I think he'll lead. He will lead, and if he jumps well, which he normally does, all things being equal, he'll lead, he'll be out of trouble, and he's a hard horse to get past. So at a decent price, I'll put him on top. Grateful Heart in there for second. Now, Lucky Moore's coming to Happy Valley for the first time, but he's another horse that has been running really consistently. And Hong Kong Win, the blinkers go back on him, and he's in a fresh state, and that's where he runs his best races, with blinkers and fresh. 10, 1, 7 and 3.
With Grateful Heart, as I said, he was beaten favourite last time, but he's been freshened up at Chung Fa. As long as everything is okay internally with him, we've seen how smart he is. He's won a 2 from his last 4 and a third behind Skyfield. Valiant Dream, he'll need some luck, but at 19 and 5.5, he's just the most consistent racehorse and a track record holder. If you're putting the 5 in, 7 has to go in also because he chased him home down the straight at Shah 10. An Explosive Witness, if they do go along at high speed, he'll be running on well at the end. 1, 5, 7 and 2.
Yeah, I think the pace is going to be on. I'm looking for a closer Explosive Witness. But just as a way of looking at that market, you've got Valiant Dream, track record at Shah 10 last time out, and Flying Genius, the outsiders. He's a 4-time course and distance winner. That's the strength and depth of that race. Right, before we get into the best bets, Paul, we've got 9 races to sort out. First, who are the highlights on the programme for you?
Well, it's a good card, actually, quite even throughout the races. I like, President Stars, 2,200 metres. That should be perfect for him, being by done deal. I like Ice Legend. I think this horse should have won last time if he'd run straight. Summit Cheers, he's a very progressive horse coming to Happy Valley for the first time. Green Aeon, I think, will run well. And also Multi-Million Igniting. I like him in the last.
All right, and if you want to get the rundown on each and every race, you'll find that on the website under the audio and video section. But who was the best of those, Paul?
Ice Legend, he should have won last time, I think, and just got mugged late. I think he can win. Race 3, number 5, Ice Legend, he's only had the 2 starts. And Multi-Million in that race we just highlighted, it's a real open race. From barrier 3, you'll be in front, you'll get a good sight. And we'll do the play in race 5 with Green Ian, Larson and Can't Stop the Feeling, QQP or Swingers.
Race 6, number 7, Good Buddy. Zach Purton sticks for David Hall. He's getting much closer to a victory. Has had a quiet trial. Sencon sank back to the 1650 for an in-form Matthew Poon. And the play in race 3, Telecom Smart, Hardly Swears, and Paul's best bet, Ice Legend, 1, 4 and 5.
All right, best bet for me. I think this is 3rd time lucky. We're going with Sight Hero, drawn well, David Hayes, Joe Moreira, and Arthur's Kingdom down in class. My man, Mi Choi, as well. I think he's got a big chance, hopefully at a big price as well. QQP around him, 1, 5 and 9. That's Happy Valley Wednesday, Shah 10 on the weekend. There's only 3 more Valley meetings, Mark, till the end of the season.
It's coming around quickly, isn't it? The finale and down to almost single figures, Paul, of meetings to go.
Yep, the countdown's on, but there's a really good meeting on Wednesday night, so look forward to that.
All right, that's the show. Thanks for watching. Hope we see you at Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We will be racing to win.